And we're still recording?
I'll just edit that out.
Yeah, that's right. Right. Good morning, Liz, and good morning, the team at Hamilton, at uni. Hopefully you've had a good holiday. Right, I'm going to introduce to you my Year 10 technology class. I'll go through it step by step. I haven't, on this PowerPoint, got the lesson plan, but that will be attached in a separate file for you. So, good morning, class. Please come in and sit at your desk. Thank you to those who are wearing the correct uniform, and to you girls that haven't got your correct enclosed shoes on for the kitchen. Please, I will provide you with some enclosed shoes, but you can't come in the kitchen with jandals. But we're not in the kitchen today anyway, so it's fine. I will now take a couple of minutes and mark the roll. The class will now begin, and I will ask one of the students to open the class with a karakia. We will then continue, or I will then continue to explain that what we're going to do for the next 8 weeks is learn how to write a brief, how to execute the food, how to practice making the food, how to do the room setups, and we will be doing this through technology practice and the nature of technology. Both of these topics will be comfortable with you once we've done the 8-week class. Right, so the brief, you guys probably haven't written a brief before. You might have touched it somewhere in Year 9, but pretty much we've had a request from a member of the community to hold a conference with us, a conference or a meeting. They want to have this for 20 people, and they will require some morning tea and some lunch. I will take you guys through how to communicate to the stakeholders. And now, just as a question, who knows what writing a brief is? Who knows what a stakeholder is? And I want to see what you guys know before we continue. And at the end of this little group discussion, I will explain this in full to you. So in groups or in pairs, we're going to write a letter or a brief to the stakeholder. You've all now been identified, or you've identified who the stakeholder is. And we're going to ask the client or the stakeholder the following questions. I'm not going to go read them all out. You can read them all on the PowerPoint presentation there. But these are questions that we need to ask the customer or the stakeholder. At the end of the class, I want you all to either Google Doc share or email me your briefs, and then I will respond to them as if I was the stakeholder. Lesson 3, so room setup. One of the questions in the brief was what or how did the customer want the room set up? So this lesson we're going to go through 3 or 4 different styles of room setups: classroom, theatre, boardroom, U-shape, and with the food stations. And you're going to learn the importance of why certain conference rooms are set up the way they are. It's not just a matter of throwing some tables together. There is reasons for it, and you'll learn this in this lesson. One of the other questions on the brief was dietary requirements for religious reasons. So in groups in this lesson, we're going to pick 4 religions. There are many more, but we're just going to pick 4, and we're going to analyze them or pull them to pieces and see what sort of food they can and cannot eat and for what reasons. And so you've all got computers to do this or Chromebooks to do this, so you can research this. And about 20 minutes before the end of the period, I will ring the bell and we can present to the rest of the class what you've learned from each religion. And it'll be amazing what you'll learn from this religion. The next lesson is dietary requirements. So we're going to do similar to what we did with the religious research. We're going to learn about diets, vegetarian, vegans, and also the health sides, the diabetic foods, the lactose intolerance, the gluten intolerant. And we're going to learn which foods are suitable for what, not in depth to a medical degree, but we're going to be comfortable with what we're doing. And same as yesterday's lesson, 20 minutes before the bell rings, we will present what we've learned to the rest of the class. Right, lesson number 6, we're going to write a menu which is suitable food for the stakeholder for their conference. So we need to discuss and get the stakeholder to approve the menu. It needs to fit in a budget. It needs to be eaten in a short time frame, and it needs to be the right style of food. So there's no point having whole crayfish to eat in 2 minutes when their budget's $10. So lesson number 7, once we've got the finalized menu, we will go into the kitchen and we will prepare each dish, and we will practice it until we get it perfect. We will also we'll take photographs of each dish, and we will record the positive and the negative from each dish. So if something hasn't worked, we will analyze it. Why has it not worked? What have we done wrong? We will then get to eat each dish as well. This is practicing for the real event. And then we can discuss, did we like it? Did it taste good? Did it need more salt? To a professional level. Execution day, not probably the right word for the last day, but this is the day the whole event happens. So we need to set the room up and make the morning tea and make the lunch as per discussed on the brief for the client or the stakeholder to enjoy and eat. And then we've got to clean everything up as if we were working in a commercial environment in a professional kitchen. There isn't just eating and then going home. We need to clean up, and we can then have a debrief. And yes, thank you very much. Have a good day.